So basically, guys, what I was simply saying was technology into trucking is a good thing for some of us, a bad thing for a lot. Morning, you fine people. How are you today? We are exactly where I left you yesterday. We're going to try starting it off right away. Oil levels looking good. Wow, I slept great. I actually probably slept a little bit too good. We slept a little bit longer than what I planned. We made it through the storms really nice. A lot of wind, a lot of rain. We fared better than back home, I guess. Back home there was a lot of trees down. And Warden informed me the pool did make it through just fine. Little reminder, if you're new to the channel, Warden is my wife, and I call her that out of haha funny funny. We better put these covers back on. Well, little bud keeps yelling at me. He keeps telling me I need to remember to tell you guys to like the video if you like it, subscribe to the channel if you want to. I keep telling him I mean to, I really do. I just get sidetracked really easy, and you guys know that. So if you like the video, at the end of it, put a like down there. And if you think this is something you can follow along with, go ahead and subscribe to it. Well, as I think I said already, we're going to run down to Edwardsville, Kansas with this load. What we're hauling is lunch makers, food. We're hauling food. We'll just go there. We're hauling food down there. We're going to drop it off. Then we're come up to St. Joe, Missouri, grab a load there, come back up to the city. This load doesn't deliver to the middle of the night tonight, so we're probably not going to make it back up to the city probably until tomorrow, midday sometime, I'm thinking. Alright, we're going to go drive this truck, and I'll be back with you here in a minute. Well, my tummy's full, truck's washed up again. She worked hard last night, she needed a wash. I'm gonna walk around and make sure they did okay. Yep, rims are white. Yeah, that's how exactly how I wanted it. I wanted those white rims. That's alright, we're getting her polished. Wow, is it still breezy. Not like last night, guys, it's just really breezy. Just got off the phone with Roust About. Remember that old timer I always talk about? He's having a rough go at it. And I agree completely with him. Technology. Technology is definitely hurting right now. You know, he is one heck of the driver. Probably one of the best drivers I've ever seen. And he's very influential. Or influential. I don't know what word I'm looking for. You guys know me. He's a big part of me driving a truck. Really is a huge part of it. He's getting forced out. This technology world is just putting more and more and more and more stress on him that I wish I could do something about, and there is nothing I can do about it. And you as drivers will know what I'm talking about. Roust About is probably about a year from driving a truck for 50 years. Could you imagine driving a truck for 50 years? The things you would see, the people you would meet, the experiences you would experience. But as like I was saying, you drivers would know exactly what I'm talking about. With GPSs, yes, they make driving easier. I mean, you still got to use your maps. If you don't use your maps, you're going to get in trouble. The smartphone. Roust About still runs the flip phone, which means when you use a broker out here, they want to track you. They want you to download apps on your phone and track every movement you make. Flip phones don't put apps on them. What's he supposed to do, you know? He still gets to haul the load, but he's got to jump through so many hoops just to run that load because he can't put a tracker on his phone, which is unbelievable. I thought I could talk to you guys outside, but I got to get back in the truck. The wind is just horrible. And you know, like he was telling me the other day, or yesterday, you know, he delivered to a Walmart distribution plant. And Walmart distribution, they no longer call you, they no longer knock on your door to tell you when you're loaded. They text you. They send you a text. And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, I love that. I love not having to call where I'm going to go. I love not having to talk to a broker anymore. I love using my phone for everything. But I still have the option. He doesn't have that option, and I don't expect him to ever get that option because I don't want him to have to make that option. He's almost 70 years old. If he doesn't want to mess with technology, why should he have to mess with technology, right? At least that's the way I think. I really wish he didn't have to. And then on top of that, guys, he's broke down right now. So between fighting with brokers because he can't download stuff onto his phone and dealing with not being able to talk to anybody, everybody just wants to text, now he's broke down. It's just crazy. It really is. Well, we have 116 miles to down to our destination in Edwardsville, Kansas. I think if I've taught myself right, that should be right around 186 kilometers. You guys will have to check my math, which I will too, which if I was wrong, I might edit this out. Who knows? We're going to get trucking. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Roust About here in a little bit. It's kind of funny. I remember probably about 13 years ago when the biggest problem we had to worry about with my old timer Roust About was trying to convince him to use a headset for his phone. Because that was, well, they made it a law. I think it's probably been maybe only 10 years ago. I can't remember exactly. But you had to use a headset with your phone. And it turns out we love the headsets. You know, I do. I love mine and he likes his. But I think it was that long ago when the government made him get one. He brought me that package one day when we met up in the truck. We opened it up and he said, "What in the Sam beep am I supposed to do with that?" I said, "You wear it when you're talking on your phone." He said, "I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that." Oh man, that was a struggle. And now people are expecting him to have to do all this other stuff. Insane. Purely insane. I've been running with Roust About probably, I want to say 11 years. Now when I say running with Roust About, we don't run every day together. I mean, we probably talk twice a day on the phone though. Now when we first met, I was running with him twice. I was running with him every day. Every single day. We ran together all the time then, guys. Every ounce of it. But when the headset first come out, you know, the states made it to where you had to use a headset if you wanted to talk on a phone in your truck, which now we love it. But before, we just really didn't like it. But I thought I was going to lose him there, you know, them telling him what he was going to do in a truck. He got over it though. He realized it's a good thing. So after that, let's think here, what came next? What came next was, yeah, the stupid electronic logbook. That's right, the electronic logbook. They expected someone Lynn's age. Now he's not a dinosaur, guys. Lynn is 69 years old. But before, I don't know how many years it's been since the mandatory electronic logbook came out in semi-trucks. When that came out, I thought for sure he's done. I go, I'm gonna lose him, he's gonna retire, which rightfully so. You've worked that many years in a trucking industry, you should be able to retire. Unfortunately though, once this darn highway gets in your blood, it's hard to get it out. It's like that song, I don't know if you guys have ever heard it. I don't know who sings it. I think it's called Prisoners of the Highway. It's like that song, because technically we're prisoners of the highway. Once you get onto it, it's hard to get off. But guess what? He conquered that logbook. He got through the logbook. Now granted, he started running a lot more dedicated freight. And when I say dedicated, not like me, he's same place every single week. And that helped him out with the logbook. Well, now since this whole virus came out, that's starting to screw his dedicated freight up. So he's starting to have to dabble in other stuff. Which means he has to start messing with more electronics. He has to start messing with that darn logbook. Anyway, we're about a mile from where we're going to deliver this load. And I like to stop before I get to where I'm making my delivery to make sure I am professional and presentable. And I like to slide the tandems back already before we get in there. That way I don't have to deal with it, because I can't remember this place if it's a madhouse or not. It's been a little bit since I've been down here. Let's go ahead, get checked in. We're going to drop this trailer. We're going to hook onto an empty trailer, and then we're going to head back up to St. Joe, Missouri, where we're going to load. I think we're going to load the same thing we hauled yesterday. I might actually try to get a hold of some family in St. Joe. If everything goes good here and I can get out of here in a hurry, I'm going to try getting a hold of some family in St. Joe and see if they want to get together for supper or something. We'll see. I'll be back with you in a minute. Well, now that that part is done, we're going to run over there, grab our paperwork, hightail it out of here, and we are running officially way ahead of schedule. Back to Roust About real quick, guys. Now that his truck is starting to give him fits. Ooh, that's hot. Empty, but hot. Now that his truck is starting to give him fits, they're talking about putting him in a different truck for a little bit. Insanity. The poor guy can only take so much. When he called me up and he was arguing with that broker about having to use an app just so that broker could track him, and then to find out Walmart texted you instead of calling you, he was all kinds of bent out of shape that no one wants to talk anymore. I couldn't tell him much because I'm a fan of that. I don't like to talk to people. Well, I'm talking to you guys. We've had this talk before. So I couldn't really say much to him other than I felt for him. And that's technology in the trucking world right now. There's a lot of it. And if you're not going to go along with the technology, it just hurts. You know, you got a friend who's struggling, and he's not struggling, guys, but you got a guy, he shouldn't get pushed out by technology. That's all I'm saying. Let's go drop our paperwork off and get out of here before we can stay way ahead. So basically, guys, what I was simply saying was technology into trucking is a good thing for some of us, a bad thing for a lot. And it's going to be even worse thing if it pushes good truck drivers out of the seat. Roust About is one of the best truck drivers I've ever met, and I really don't want to see him pushed out of the seat. You know, when he hits his 50-year mark of driving a truck, like I said, I think it's 1 year, one more year, a year and a half. When he hits that mark, I want him to retire on his terms. I don't want him to retire because this technology world is pushing him out of that truck. That's just the way it is. All right, now that that's out of the way, guys, there's one more thing I want to talk to you about real quick. I don't know what happened. I really have no clue what happened. We have jumped in numbers huge. We are up to 179 subscribers. 179. That's insane. I really do appreciate you guys, and I love it that I can share basically what's in my head with you guys. 9 countries. It's kind of scary, but there is 9 countries. People, I don't know how many in each state, it just gives me a percentage, or I do not know how many in each country is subscribed. It just gives me a percentage of my viewers in each country and subscribers in each country. There's 9 of them. I wrote them down because, well, I always remember Spain. Spain was my first country other than America. So there's Spain, there's Mexico, there's here, I got my fancy cheat sheet here. Okay, you got Spain, Mexico, Canada, Australia, Jamaica, United Kingdom, Indonesia, and Russia. Does that freak anybody else out? That is wickedly awesome. Wicked. I truly appreciate it. If you guys like this video, go ahead and like it. If you think it's something you can subscribe to, give us a try. We'll see how far we can go. Alright guys, we're in Fawcett, Missouri. We're going to camp out here. Our reload is only about 6 more miles up the road. We'll grab that load, then we're going to head for the home front. You guys be safe, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow.